Yo, welcome Rooted Online.
Yo, so we're here at the Patterson's house.
Yeah, since we're under a stay-at-home order, we wanted to make it a little more homey and stay at home. So our services will now be at the Patterson's.
It's Wednesday. We're looking forward to service with y'all.
Peace.
You are Rooted Youth. This is Kristen here. I am Seth's wife, if you don't know who I am. I just want to tell my friends at Rooted Youth that we miss you so much. We have been praying for you, and we're really excited to get back with you guys, hopefully soon. But I have kind of a little testimony for you guys today. I'm going to pray and then I'll get into it. All right, Lord, thank you so much for, God, this day, who you are, Lord, just all that we have, Lord, all that you are for us, God. I pray, Lord, for this message that it's not anything about who I am or any of my thoughts, Lord, but just all straight from you, God. God, I am a representation of you, and I want my heart to overflow with all that you are, Jesus. So it's in your name I pray. Amen. All right, so a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, it was my birthday, and I have been blessed with a few really good friends, and one of those really good friends brought over a surprise gift that she said she was praying about, and I'm going to show you guys real quick because I have it here. It is this. It is beautiful. She had somebody at her church make it for me, and it has the verse that I was saved on. So a little backstory about that. I was probably a month out of high school, and me and my boyfriend, which is my husband now, broke up for probably 2 to 3 months, and during that time I was really seeking after the Lord, and I got baptized, he got baptized, but before I got baptized I was in my room and I was heartbroken, and just decided that I didn't know where else to turn to, and I opened up my Bible and I was reading in Romans, and it was in Romans 8, and I am a firm believer that if you've never read through Romans, you need to check it out. That's one of my challenges for you. But in Romans 8, verse 26, it says, I'll pick up my Bible. It says, "In the same way, the Spirit also helps us in our weakness, because we do not know what to pray for as we should, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us with unspoken groanings." So it's funny how sometimes we can read verses day to day, and then all of a sudden one day we read it and it really speaks to us. And I think it was at night. That night I was in my bed and I was reading, and right when I read that verse, I was reading all through Romans 8, and right when I read that verse, I just felt the presence of God over me. I felt his love for the very first time, and there was no denying it and no way I could turn back since then. And it says in the Bible that his word transforms us. So I firmly believe that I was transformed from that day. That was the day that I completely devoted my life to the Lord, and I have been following him ever since. But that night, when I look back on it, the only reason that I really found the Lord, and he had been calling out and reaching out all this time, but the only reason why I reached back out to him and really felt his love that time was because I was still. It's so important, you guys, that we are still on a daily basis, that we are still and can rest in his love. He wants us to set aside a time daily so we can rest in him, that we can worship him, that we can pray, and that we can read his word, because his word is him. It says the word was God and is God. So it's so important. It's a necessity in this life. We think that bread and water are our only necessities. No, I am a firm believer that the Word of God, the Bible, we need to pick it up daily. We need to dive into it, and we need to know how to get through this life. I believe it's a guide to help us through life. He gave it to us. It's not just for the past, but it's for now as well. So really just being still with him is what I'm going to be talking about today, and it's just going to be pretty short, to the point, but it's so important. So when I think about people in the Bible who were still and kind of gave us a representation of how to be still, obviously I think of Jesus, and I think about how he, like the Garden of Gethsemane, and how he was still and he was crying out to God. I think about the 40 days that he fasted in the desert. He had to look to Jesus or look to God that entire time. But I also think about Esther. The story of Esther is a great story that I've been reading into lately. It's about 10 chapters, and it talks about how she had to be still and fast and pray, and she had other people do it as well, in order for God to save her, literally save her life, in order for him to be with her and save her. And not only that, but save her people. She was a Jew, and she needed her people to be saved. So I really challenge you guys to open up your word. Romans is great. The book of Esther is great. Really, the whole Bible is great. It's living and breathing. The word is living and breathing, and you can't go wrong wherever you open it up. You really do need to look to God. And I usually pray and I say, God, reveal something fresh and new to me today. I pray that whatever I'm reading, you have breathed on it and you can show me a fresh revelation today. So I challenge you guys to do that. But I have a few tips, because I know some of you guys might have never really spent time with the Lord, have never stopped your daily routines, or maybe just going about and doing whatever you guys want. So I have some tips for you guys to make sure that you guys can set aside a time and really be with God and see how it completely changes your life. So first of all, obviously you need to make time for him. We all have different schedules. Maybe it's in the morning or on your lunch break or right before you go to bed. I am not a morning person at all. I am trying to train my body and really asking the Lord to help me to become a morning person, so I can wake up, so I can look to him, dive in the word, into worship, into prayer before I start my day. I have not been consistent in that. I will be completely honest. I will be the first to tell you I'm not perfect, and I'm still working on it. But I have been really, really praying about that, and I am a firm believer. And if it is, and I know it's from the word, it says that if we ask and according to his will, it will be given to us. So I believe that one of these days, in his timing, I will be able to wake up and every morning be able to spend my time first and foremost with him. So obviously make time for him. Number two, after I set aside a time for him, the first thing I usually do is put on some worship music. Anything that obviously leads you back to him, that you can just really rest in his presence. Listen to the lyrics. Take time to be still. That's what we really, really need. Number three, after I take some time with worship music, I just tell him how thankful I am for him, how thankful for who he is and all he's done, because he has truly, truly blessed me. This house that I'm in right now, we just got a few months ago, and if I took this camera and showed you guys around, I am blown away by the blessings that were already in here that me and my family, we don't really truly deserve, but I know it's the Lord providing for us and really answering our prayers. So go to him with a thankful heart, and even if you have never really seen God do anything, the little things, guys, you wake up in the morning, you have breath, you have, even if it's not all your family, you have some family, you have friends that he has blessed you with, you have a roof over your head, you have a bed to sleep in. You have been blessed with so many things. And then number four, really bring your prayers and petitions to him. It says that once you go to him with a thankful heart, that you can bring your prayers and petitions to him and he will hear you. So that's anything, guys. He already knows what's in your heart. He knows what's in your mind. He knows what's going on, but he wants to know that you will come to him first, that he wants to know that you will bring it to him and that you're gonna trust him in that. So I really challenge you guys to bring whatever's going on to him and ask him to help, because he wants to help. He loves you so much and he wants to help. Number 5, and this is honestly, I think from talking to a lot of youth kids, it's probably one of the hardest steps in a daily routine, is diving into his word. I know that when I started out, I was not really, I don't know, it just wasn't something that I wanted to do as much as listen to worship music and praying to him by myself. But once I realized how it really transforms my life, and once I realized that if I ask him to show me something that I'm reading, really bring it to life and give me analogies and how it represents with my life today, because I know the Old Testament, sometimes it can be hard to really understand what they're talking about and how it can relate to us, but God gives us those thoughts so we understand. So that's so important. And then number 6, I think after you take all that time and you're in his presence and you have been in communication with him and you can really know that you have a relationship with him, it's time to start challenging yourself. Figure out what he's telling you. What is the last thing God spoke to you, and obey him. So that is, I think, the last thing that I would say that should be in a daily routine. So those 6 things: make time for him, turn some worship music on and rest in his presence, go to him with a thankful heart, give him your prayers and petitions, all of the things that you need, all the things you want. Number 5, dive into his word. And number 6, start challenging yourself. So after you've done all that, and you do challenge yourself and you want to take it a step further and you don't want to just stay stagnant in your faith, I felt like in the past week, God has been really challenging me to fast. So in the story of Esther, if you read it, and like I said, with Jesus in the desert, he fasted for 40 whole days. Esther fasted for 3 days. And it was for her people, and the outcome was way more than she could ever imagine. When she took the time and asked people to do it with her, she not only saved herself and saved her people, but God helped them wipe out the enemy that was against them. So he can do above and beyond whatever we ask. We just need to take the time for him. We need to take the time to be still with him. So I am going to challenge all of us, youth leaders, everybody at Rooted Youth, anybody that's watching this. I want to do a 7-day fast from this Wednesday to next Wednesday. And I want you to think and pray about tonight about whatever you think God has put on your heart, anything that's distracting you. So if you don't know what fasting is, real quick, it's giving up something and putting God in its place. So really just being devoted and making time for God, and getting rid of something that is taking that time away from him. So it could be food. You could do breakfast or lunch or dinner. It could be a thing. It could be something you do, like Facebook, social media, any of that stuff. TikTok, I know, is big right now. I know there's a lot of guys right now gaming and whatnot, but whatever God has put on your heart that you think that has taken up the time that you could be spending with him, I'm really going to challenge us all to do that together. And if you have a cadre, I want you guys to message each other and really keep each other accountable. If you don't have a cadre, you can find me or Seth on Facebook or Instagram and tell us what you're fasting, and we can help keep you accountable as well. So really, just all in all, it's so important to be still with God in his presence, resting in his love, making time for him on a daily basis. So that is my big challenge to you guys, and the small challenge, if you think you already do all that stuff and want to take it a step further, or if you're already in the youth group, I want to challenge us all to fast. So we love you guys. We're so excited to see you guys, and we'll see you later.